Welcome back to the OSM channel. Today I just need to vent my frustrations with the health insurance industry in this country. I just had a daughter about 4 months ago and it cost way more than what I was planning for, and I just want to talk about my issue with the system in this country. So basically, if you don't work for a large company that offers you some type of health insurance plan through that company, or if you don't work for a municipal organization, a school district, something along those lines, you're pretty much going to be stuck paying for a private plan out of pocket. Now, I used to work for a municipal organization and some stuff went down. I'll share the story with you at some point. But when I was working for the municipal organization, the pay wasn't phenomenal, but the benefits were excellent. I was only paying $10 a month for my health insurance, and it was like top tier health insurance. For my shoulder labrum repair surgery, I only paid $100 out of pocket. And that surgery, I bet you, it was probably up there, probably like $70,000 surgery. So what I'm getting at is you are really pressured in this country to work for a municipal organization, a school district, or a large company. It's very hard to make it as a small business owner, which that's what I am right now. I'm a small business owner. So as a small business owner, I had to shop for health insurance plans for myself and my family. Well, before I met my wife, and after I left the municipal organization, I was left in limbo. Like, I don't have health insurance. What am I going to do? Well, my state has a health insurance marketplace. You can shop plans. So I picked a private plan. I was working with my stepfather at the time in the construction industry just to kind of help pay the bills in conjunction with my business. And I was able to afford the monthly premium just fine. You know, I was getting by just fine. And then I met my wife. We got married. And next thing you know, I had to add her to my plan. And next thing you know, the monthly premium jumped up like another $300. I'm like, all right. So my wife is book smart. She has a master's degree. I'm street smart. I have an associate's degree. She's in the teaching industry. She's trying to become a teacher. Right now she's stuck at a teaching assistant level, which the pay for that is awful. And she's having a hard time finding a full-time teaching position. You know, they always tell us like there's a shortage of teachers in this country, yet they don't have many positions opening up in my area. I don't know what's going on, but with her position as a TA, she has the option to select a health insurance plan through the school. However, because she's not a full-time union teacher, her health insurance options are different. She's not protected by that teachers union. Thus, what it would cost for us to go the health insurance route through her school district, her being a TA, it would have been astronomical. She basically would have been bringing home no money. So thus we're kind of forced to rely on my health insurance plan, my private plan. So before my wife and I got married, we agreed that we wanted to have at least a child. And we had a baby girl. She's 4 months old now. We just celebrated Father's Day this morning. Very nice morning. But I tell you, it was a lot more expensive to have her than what I thought. So my wife had a normal delivery, non-C-section, and what it cost just for the delivery was $100,000. This is before health insurance kicked in. Now, my daughter was born a bit premature, and because she was born premature, as soon as she was born, she had to go to the NICU, which is the Neonatal Intensive Care Unit, which she is okay. She's developing normally, thank goodness, but the NICU bill was $80,000. So between the two, the delivery and the NICU bill, $180,000. Now, we had been saving up some money for this birth, right? I was expecting for my wife to hit her out-of-pocket max for the year, which is astronomical. It's like $10,000. So, you know, I'm paying the monthly premium, and then to have a child, I was planning, it's going to be, you know, another $10,000. So here's the kicker. What I failed to realize is after my daughter was born, of course, she is now her own person. Thus, even though we already hit the $10,000 out-of-pocket max for my wife, my daughter, because of course now she's her own person, she started accruing her own medical bills, of course, for the NICU stay. So lo and behold, another 10 grand. We hit that out-of-pocket max for her pretty quick. And I tell you, I get PTSD walking down to the mailbox because we just got our final bill, which it's been like a month since we got a bill, and it's another 5 grand. And I'm just like over here pulling my hair out, and I'm getting all frustrated because we hadn't really planned for this. Yes, I have emergency savings. I'll be fine. I'm not asking for a handout. I'm just venting because it's frustrating. It's tough. But at the same time, I look at what happened in India the other day, right? Where that 787 crashed and killed probably close to 1,000 people. And I think to myself, yeah, I may be going broke here, but at the same time, I'm alive. I have a beautiful daughter. My wife's here. We're all fairly healthy as far as we know. So is it really that bad? It stings, but I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be alive, and we're living a great life, But again, it's just really frustrating that it's so hard to make it as a small business owner in this country. Not to mention, I try not to get political, but just understand my frustration for a second. You have people that cross the border illegally, they get free health insurance, they get food, housing, and we're paying for that. And yet here I am, an American citizen, struggling to survive, paying close to, I don't know, $30,000 a year this year in medical bills. Like, how do you survive? After food expenses, housing expenses, car insurance went up, electricity went up 20% this year. It's frustrating. It really is, but I just needed to get that out. In a way, when I talk to the camera and I share my life experiences with whoever's watching on YouTube, it's kind of therapeutic. Can connect with people that are going through similar struggles and whatnot. So anyway, I'd like to thank you for watching. As always, catch you on the next one.